Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 45. Today we're back in Zone 1. If you're following the Fly Lady cleaning system or some other type of system that uses zone cleaning, I'm going to share with you what's on our list for this week. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the episode. Hi guys, so I was debating if I should record this episode or not because it's Zone 1 and I've done Zone 1 before. But originally my idea was that I was going to record each week on what zone we were in, even though obviously after I run through the first 5 zones, they're going to repeat. And, technically you could just go back and listen to the Zone 1 episode if you wanted to just kind of follow along. But I figured at some point those episodes are going to get old and you're going to have to go back and search for them again. And if you want to just be able to listen to the episode and see what zone we're in each week and figure out what you're going to do or follow some of the things I'm doing, it would be kind of a pain in the neck to do that. So I chose to do this for now at least. I'm going to keep doing the zone cleaning each week just to give you an update what zone we're at in this week now, what tasks I'm going to be doing, which basically my list doesn't really change, but I'll still share with you what it is and just kind of give you another kind of update, I guess, each week, just reminding you why I love the system and, how I kind of used it to be able to manage my housework. So when I'm recording this, we are now back in Zone 1. So we're starting over again, basically back where we started. So Zone 1 for me is the living room and my front porch. Now, Zone 1 might be different for you depending on what zones you have in your home, and that's up to you to decide to figure out what you want to identify as Zone 1. The key point is really just to have your house broken into zones so that each week you can be working on a different part of your house. And so just for reference, the official Fly Lady Zone 1 is actually the entrance, the front porch, and the dining room. So I'm guessing to me the entrance would mean like some homes you kind of come in and they have like that entryway and that would be like the entrance. My house doesn't have that. When you come into my home, you walk right into the living room. So that's why I made the living room part of my Zone 1. We do have a front porch and we don't have a dining room. So for me, Zone 1 is just the living room and the front porch. So when I do this zone, I will be working on the living room first. Well, not necessarily first. I shouldn't have said it that way. I'm going to go over with you my list for the living room first. But again, like I said, when you follow the system, you work in that zone during the week that it's assigned, and you can do it. She recommends, I believe, doing it in 15-minute slots every single day. I don't follow the plan exactly. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's the way they recommend it. For me, I do 15 minutes 2 days a week, and then I do as much as I can on like a Saturday or Sunday. If I have time to clean, I look at what's on the list, and then I do as much as I can in that time that I have. Because I'm doing zone cleaning, and I know that it's going to come around again next time we get back to this zone, I'm not terribly worried about making sure I hit everything. Ideally, it would be great to do it. But to me, these are more like tasks that don't need to be done. It's not like your dishes. It's not like your bathroom. It's not like things that, if you don't get them done, the world's going to come to an end. You're going to be, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't wipe off the, the ceiling fan in the family room or the living room or wherever. At least to me. I know some people might be more picky on staying on top of everything like that, which would be great, but I accepted that I just don't have the time in my life to do that, and it's not as much of a priority to me. There's other things I'd rather do, so I don't prioritize it as much, but I do try and get as much as I possibly can done in the zone for that week while I'm doing it. And like I've said before too, what I do is I use the Fly Lady app. So I have a list. It shows like each zone, and then it has a list of what you want to do in each zone, and it comes set up with like their list of items, but then you customize it to what you want to do So like as I think of things, if I'm working in a zone and I'm like, oh, I really need to do that once in a while, I'll just open up the app and put it in. And then what I do is while I'm doing my actual cleaning, I go in and I check off what I've done. And if I don't complete that zone during that week, which I have done before, but I usually don't wind up completing the entire everything in that zone. What I do is I just leave those items unchecked. That way I know when I come back, those were the things I didn't get to last time, and I make sure I do those first. And then I keep going until the list is completely checked off, whether that takes 1 time in the zone, 2 times in the zone, 3 times in the zone. And once that's completely done, then I will reset it and then I'll start over again. So for my living room tasks, I have dust the window sills and the front door. So we just have like a wooden front door and like regular windows, so just kind of dust off the windowsills and wipe down the front door. Clean the switch plate, like the plate like where the light switches are by the front door, just wipe that down and then wipe down the walls. So at first I kind of went crazy and I would like wipe down all the walls from top to bottom like as best as I could. But now I just kind of look around like what need to get wiped down and then I'll just like wipe any spots. Occasionally I'm sure I probably will still like do the whole thing, but to me I'd rather just get the spots that need it and then have that time to do something else on the list. I also have to straighten the closet. We have a closet with our coats. We keep our water bottles in there. We got like a water delivery. I'm going to go in there. A lot of times what I'll do in there is just kind of pull out the water bottles too, because they're like those big giant water bottles that you put on like a water cooler, and I'll pull those out and just sweep it out in there because it gets a little dusty. So I'm going to do that closet. And then we also keep like board games up in the top, which is, I might have mentioned this last time we did zone 1, but it's getting a little scary up there. Like if you dare pull out a board game, you might end up with a pile of board games on your head. So even though I did have it really organized like a little while back, but I don't know, somehow from people taking games in and out, it just got kind of this crazy pile up there. I think because of the sizes and shapes of the board games, they're just kind of like crazy. So I need to deal with that again. But anyway, so that's the closet. Let's see, what was next? Clean the carpet. So I have like one of those like little green clean machines. It's like a Bissell like little carpet cleaner. So I would I just have an area rug in my family room. We don't have like wall-to-wall carpet. So I would just go and pull that up and clean that carpet really good. Another thing to do is sweep under the chairs and the couch. So just to like pull the furniture out and get really good like underneath where you might not normally get. I don't know if most people do that like it's just part of their regular cleaning, but I don't, because our couch is pretty heavy and it's kind of awkward to move, so I only do it when I'm in the zone. So it does get kind of like dusty and stuff like that, so, and crumbs and things like that accumulate under there. So I just like pull it out and I'll just like sweep it out really good. Wash the throw pillows and throw blankets. Those are some of my favorite things because they're just so easy. You just like take the like for the throw pillows, I just take like the I forget what you call it, like the pillow cover, I guess. I just take that off, throw it in the wash. And then the blankets, I used to I think I used to have said before, I used to like kind of stress over washing the throw blankets because we have a lot, and I'd worry about which ones I have done, which ones I haven't done, and like making sure they all get washed. Now I just wash whatever's out because I figure whatever's out is what's being used and that's what needs to be washed. So I just, whatever I see like laying around on the couches, I'll just grab that and throw that in the wash. And those ones I like doing because it's like you stick it in the wash and you can move on to something else. And then of course at some point I'll probably go through our chest where we keep all the blankets and just kind of see if there's anything in there that needs to be washed. But right now I'm just like, if it's laying out, that's what's getting washed. I also have dust the furniture on this list for the living room. Dust the baseboards, which I actually just did the other day when I did one of my 15-minute recording episodes. I have to dust our hallway vent. We have like a heating vent like that, like where it kind of sucks in the air for like the heating and cooling system. So I have to dust that off. And then Windex the storm door, which I did the other day too in my 15-minute cleaning episode. regarding that, just so you know really quick, I've been creating occasionally 15-minute cleaning episodes. That way, if you would like, you could just listen to one of those to do your 15-minute cleaning, just kind of to use as like a timer and maybe some motivation. So that's the living room. Then like I said, we also have the front porch. So the list that I'm using for the front porch is sweep down cobwebs, just like around the front door, like up along, if you have, I just kicked a cymbal, not a cymbal, a tambourine. I hope you probably, sorry, you might have heard some noise. Just take like, depending on how your front porch is set up, if you have like an overhang or whatever, you just kind of like get up there and like dust any, cobwebs that might be up there. Sweep the porch. That's obvious. Clean the light fixture. Just kind of like sometimes bugs and stuff get in there, or cobwebs or whatever. Clean that out. And then I have on mine spot clean siding. That might not be relevant if you don't have siding on your house, but we have like is it aluminum? Not aluminum. I forget what they call it. Anyway, we have just like regular siding on our house, and sometimes it gets like a little dirty. Like, I don't know, it's weird. You'll get like little spots of stuff. It almost looks like a bug like flew in and crashed into the siding and like exploded. Like there's this weird stuff. But anyway, so I'll just kind of wipe down any spots that I see. I think I already said, oh, it's so funny. I just realized I have clean storm door on this list, and I added it to the living room list the other day because I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't have that on my list. I didn't have it on the living room list because I had it on my front porch list. So like I said, when you come in my house, you go right from the front porch into the living room. So that's funny. I must have thought that was missing. Also on my front porch list, I have pull some weeds because, while I'm out there, if I see any weeds, I could just like grab a couple and just pull them. And then trim bushes. We have like some bushes in the front there by the front porch. And if I see like anything like kind of getting overgrown or whatever, I could just kind of trim it as part of my zone cleaning for that week. So those are my 2 zones. Those are what I have on my list. I would definitely suggest making your own list that's customized to your house. And if you need to change what's in the zone, go ahead and do that. The whole point is really just having each area of your home identified in a zone each week. That way you know where you're going to spend your time. Because one, there's no way you can do all of it. At least for me, there's no way I can kind of do all of it. And not knowing what I've done or where I left off or where I should be working doesn't really work for me. I'm not really good at just kind of saying, what really needs to be done this week and going and doing that. I just kind of feel overwhelmed with not having a plan. So that's why I really like this, because I don't have to think too much about it. I just look to see what zone are we in this week, what's on the list, and I'll pick some of those things and work on them. And I know that I will get to everything eventually. So that's why this really works for me. Hopefully it works for you. But yeah, like I said, I would definitely recommend creating your own zones to customize to your house, and creating your own lists within that zone for the things you want to make sure you want to work on while you're in those zones. So that's it for today. I hope this is helpful. I'd really love to hear some feedback. If you want to message me, you could reach me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. That's all one word, no apostrophe. You could message me, like the page, whatever. I'd really, really love to hear some feedback. Maybe you could let me know if these episodes are helpful, or if you'd like to hear them in a different format, different topic, anything like that. I'd really love to hear from you. I also have a user group that I created that I'm looking for members to join. I'd be really excited if you submitted a request to join the group. You can reach the group through the Facebook page. There's a link there, or you can go directly to the group, which is facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life, and submit a request to join. Also, if you would like to subscribe to this podcast, that would be really exciting for me. I would love to see you stick around. And that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a really awesome day. And thank you so much for listening.